In this WrestleTalk news, WWE accused, a major AEW leak, AJ Styles leaving, and more. If you want wrestling news videos delivered straight to you every day, smash that subscribe button and enable notifications to always on.
Support WrestleTalk!
Hey guys, hey, come close. Come a little closer. I'm starting to think AEW and WWE don't like each other. Once almost defeated by WCW in the 90s, Vince McMahon has made sure never to let a rival professional wrestling company get even slightly big enough to compete with WWE. He brought back Bret Hart to counter-program TNA's first Monday night episode of Impact. He started NXT UK to suffocate the British indie scene and ITV's WOS wrestling promotion. And just a few weeks before AEW launched their weekly wrestling show Dynamite on TNT in 2019, NXT suddenly got put on the USA Network in the exact same time slot. But AEW won that first battle, beating them so bad, NXT got moved to Tuesday night, had a midlife crisis, and started wearing tie-dye. Now with the huge signings of CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and Adam Cole, Bay over the last 2 months, AEW have now found themselves in competition against the main WWE roster, frequently even beating Raw in key ratings demos. In retaliation, though still haunted by the ghost of 90s WCW, McMahon has hotshotted the last month of Raw and has increased SmackDown by 30 commercial-free minutes this Friday to directly take a chunk out of AEW Rampage's viewership. But that's not the only way WWE is allegedly undermining AEW, because according to Voices of Wrestling, who have had several scoops in the past, WWE is leaking AEW information to make them look bad. Here's the scoop. WWE is leaking the Rampage Fast Nationals. This was tipped off to us and then confirmed by at least one of the outlets that has been reporting them. Come up with your own motivations, but that's who is feeding it to the news sites. Rampage Fast Nationals, name of your naughty's backyard wrestling faction, but also the name given to a type of TV rating. As Rampage airs on a Friday and Nielsen don't work weekends, they're the company who report on TV viewership. The Fast Nationals figures is a quickly compiled, not 100% accurate number, which is generally lower than the final rating. These are numbers you have to pay thousands of dollars to have access to, and Voices of Wrestling is claiming it's WWE's nice little way of saying "F you, Tony." My theory is that their strategy is to present Rampage as AEW being weak. SmackDown airs on the same night, so it's great PR to compare the numbers, especially since the general public has no understanding of what a good number is at Friday 10 PM. And these leaks coincidentally didn't start happening until they were favourable to WWE. It's also notable that these leaks weren't happening until Rampage began to level off. Find me a Fast Nationals headline for the Punk return or Rampage being #1 on cable. WWE can only claim AEW isn't competition for so long. PR leaks and 2.5-hour SmackDowns were inevitable. That's pretty petty though, right? WWE wouldn't do something like, oh yeah, they fired CM Punk on his wedding day. For balance though, Rampage has done pretty badly on Friday nights all by itself, over halving its highest viewership last week. What do you think about WWE leaking AEW data? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be replying to people for the first 30 minutes after this video goes live from out of nowhere. And in a genius counter move to WWE's information leak, Tony Khan has just gone and accidentally leaked a load of AEW information himself. He's playing goddamn 4D Command & Conquer Red Alert here while everyone else is playing chess. Thanks for your support on Patreon, Ronald Coleman, Bebe, and Chris, the Cypriot Sensation Patro. You can get your own shout out by going to patreon.com/WrestleTalk. After Tony Khan revealed in an interview that the casino ladder match winner Hangman Page will cash in his chip to face Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship at next month's Full Gear, he accidentally leaked the rest of the secret pay-per-view card. Potential spoilers ahead, so proceed with caution in 3, 2, CM Punk returned! It's already happened actually. 1. At Sawyer_KL_ on Twitter has posted a recent photo taken of Khan at a Jacksonville Jaguars game, where he's holding a notepad. And if you zoom in on that notepad, you can see what looks like this year's Full Gear card. Trying to decipher his handwriting, at Hugo_Nexion reckons the matches are Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page, Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley in what you'd think is a #1 contenders match, Inner Circle versus American Top Team, MJF versus Darby Allin, CM Punk Punk versus Wardlow, potentially foreshadowing the dream match of Punk versus MJF. The promos are going to be so mean. Britt versus a blank space on the page. Great to see AEW's always planning ahead for their women's division. Thunder Rosa versus Jade Cargill. Christian Cage versus Adam Cole. Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express. Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black or Andrade or Miro, so then Cody can beat them all, and the Lucha Bros versus PTA, the Parent Teacher Association. I am so in for a new Right to Censor style faction, but here's potentially the biggest spoiler. Some matches have a circle drawn round one of the competitors, which might be shorthand for who's winning the match. And for the AEW World Championship, that one goes to Hangman Page. You're exposing the business, Tony! If Vince McMahon leaked one of the biggest title changes in WWE history because he took a public photo holding a sheet with all the results on, I would criticize him for being pretty inept. So it's only fair I do it for my beloved AEW too. If true, this is government official leaving nuclear code papers on a train level of embarrassing. Of course, there was no AEW Dynamite yesterday because it's been bumped to Saturdays for the next 2 weeks. Maybe someone should have told that to Hangman Page though, who tweeted last night, "Hey, I'm at the building, there's no one here, do you want me for Dynamite tonight or what? 'Cause I'll go back home." Oh, Hangman, you silly goose with a drinking problem that you really probably should get help for. Not intent with saying WWE sucks and potentially leaking the biggest result in company history this week, Khan has also revealed on Wrestling with Brandon F. Walker that AEW is in discussions about moving their content library onto the Warner Media streaming service, which owns the TNT network they air on. Khan talked up the 104 episodes of Dynamite and 10 plus pay-per-views the company have done, along with the never-before-seen pay-per-view level show during the pandemic last year, The House Always Wins. Strengthening that Warner Media relationship is yet another step to securing AEW's long-term future, as WWE have seen with the $1 billion deal they agreed with Peacock earlier this year. Khan also teased there's so much yet to come for AEW, potentially setting up yet more huge WWE star defections. Bray Wyatt is currently a free agent, although Khan has denied having talked to him. Kevin Owens' WWE contract is set to expire in January, when many in the company believe he is AEW bound. But what about someone who we all thought would never make it to Jacksonville or anywhere else other than WWE now? AJ Styles. Styles signed a 5-year deal with WWE last year, taking him through to 2025, which he said will be the last contract of his career. Speaking on that decision, the currently 44-year-old explained he wants to retire to spend more time with his kids. Tell that to AJ's Bullet Club buddy Doc Gallows though, who said in an Impact Media call yesterday, "I would be very remiss if I didn't say that before AJ Styles hangs up the boots, I'm highly confident we'll see him in an Impact Wrestling ring at least one more time." So how many rounds, years, left are there? The Young Bucks have previously revealed that AJ was meant to debut with Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson on the very first episode of AEW Dynamite in November 2019, but all three men opted to stay with WWE. We've seen multiple contract technicalities in WWE over the last year. Perhaps there's an option earlier in Styles' deal that would allow him to go elsewhere now he's seen how much fun the AEW roster are having while he plays Omos's valet. Or is the very media-savvy Gallows just saying something to get headlines from the Impact conference call? In either case, I'm worked. What do you think of AJ's future? Let me know in the comments. Jerry Lawler's future, meanwhile, not looking so good. After initially doing Raw commentary from the Performance Center during the first month of lockdown, Lawler hasn't been in the announcing chair for a year and a half. I guess we just all assumed having a 71-year-old who nearly died in 2012 after a heart attack doing commentary in a pandemic wasn't the best idea. So WWE asked him to stay home. Not so, according to Lawler, it's because he was unintentionally racist. Unintentionally racist, name of your Saudi Arabia show. Speaking during a virtual signing with KNS WrestleFest, Lawler reckons he was taken off Raw commentary when he called Akira Tozawa's cannonball off the apron a ramen noodle moonsault. He explained he thought Byron Saxton was making up silly names like the Spinning Dragon, which is an actual name, so Lawler thought he'd make a joke of his own. What is racist about that? I thought it was funny. That's a ridiculous name, right? And all of a sudden the internet blows up. Oh, King's a racist. And even Tozawa the next week comes back to tell him it's nothing racist. I eat ramen noodles every week. The next week, I wasn't on Raw anymore. I don't know if that's what happened, but anyway, you gotta be very careful. WWE's Crown Jewel will be taking place next Thursday, where we'll have live reactions with me, representing my master and Jam That Champion Chopper Pete, against the challenger, Adam Blampied. But that's not all that's on the line, as all the money we raise for that stream will go to charity with the latest smooth punishment. Here's what happened on last night's Quizzlemania.
Why don't I get Ollie to shave his head? After he's just got this fresh load of hair, just get it right off again. It's for charity, so we can't say no, right?
The problem is, the hair is over. Like Rover. You know, everybody loves it. That's why they watch the show. We can't have Ollie lose his hair. Is that instead of Ollie shaving his head, when we reach our goal, I will go ahead and cut mine and shave my head.
You have so much hair, more than all of us combined.
Like all of it? Like
for real?
shaved?
For real.
As in what, Smooth Jenna?
Yes.
Smooth Jenna.
I'm keeping these.
Okay, that.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I think I like this. I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm happy to do this trade.